Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to another episode of Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto Calderon, and joining us again this week is our co-host. He's awake. He's awake for now. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi, how are you doing? You look a little tired out there, but how are you? It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen each other.
Yeah, I need a haircut. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm having one of those weeks. We were talking about it. Yep. Mm-hmm. But I'm alive. That's all that matters.
That's what matters. You're here. We're talking Star Wars. You weren't here last week. You told me last week, a couple of days before, hey, I'm too busy at work. I won't be able to make it. Almost the same today, but last week I was able to do try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible for Reign of the Empire, the Mastosphere. You told me you finally got it. Haven't gotten to it, but are you excited to get into it, jump into it soon?
I am. I've heard a lot of rave for that book, so I'm excited to, at some point this year, hopefully, find the time and sit down with it. With Andor coming out, like I think it probably ties beautifully too.
Yeah, it's not something that I would tell you, hey, you need to read it before Andor because it connects to it. This is years, like 15 years, I think, before Andor, so you're fine.
No, but I mean, like thematically, like maybe after Andor season 2, I'm saying like that. Burn the government down.
Dude, I'm like that right now. After I read it, with everything that's happening right now, I'm 100% on Saw Gerrera's side right now. I understand him. Like I know why he went that way.
Blow up a school bus. One of the few good things about this week is that I've been completely cut out of like everything that's going on. Like every morning I like tune in to see what happened and get like a brief, but I haven't been paying a lot of attention to fandom. I barely remember there was a trailer. You were like, did you watch a trailer? I was like, what trailer?
Yeah, you haven't watched it. You're gonna watch it for the first time in a couple of minutes. I'm not in the same boat as you. I haven't been as busy. I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been online as much as I usually am. So my mental health is okay. I've been keeping up with a few things, but I haven't full on gone nuts like people usually do. But at least I watched the trailer and saw everything was happening with Kathleen Kennedy. All the rumors out there.
I saw all of that. I have interesting takes. By the way, I just want to mention, did you see like the Oval Office thing today?
Yes, dude. It's so embarrassing. But at the same time, I'm glad that someone finally stood up to that group and kind of pushed back. But it was ridiculous. What are we doing? What is this country?
I saw it like in the 15 minutes I had like in a break. I just opened Blue Sky. Oh, let's see what's happening. And I just see like President Trump's statement on events at the Oval Office. I'm like, what happened? And when I found out, I was like, oh, dude, the best thing about those videos, if you want to go back, look at Marco Rubio. He's literally like, please
dying.
Drag me down to hell.
He's melting into the chair, just trying to fold into it.
I really could not believe that was happening.
Yeah, dude, we can spend a whole hour on that. But yeah, I saw some of the videos on my phone, and then I saw it on the news. It's like, oh my god.
You know what's the best thing about what we just said? We didn't really mention what happened. It's super vague, so it's gonna be fun if someone discovers this like in 2 years. Like, what was happening? Like everything was happening in February 2025. Everything.
Yeah, it's difficult to figure out what's going on. Yep. Anyway, if this is your first time joining us, thank you for being here. We will get into Star Wars eventually.
The world is burning.
Yeah, that everyone knows. Unfortunately, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new episodes when they drop. Like this video and comment down below if you're watching this later on the replay. Give us all your questions, comments, whatever you want. We'll come back and check on them. And if you're listening to the audio replay, thank you as always. And give us a 5-star rating and review if you can. Alti, I see a couple of comments out there in the chat. Who's joining us today?
Dale is in the chat. Hello there, Dale.
Dale, no nap today. Thanks for being here.
Today. Andrew Wordnut is saying like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, people.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Brennan is in the chat. He's saying, hello there, my friends. I can't tell you how annoyed I am right now with the movie news press. I swear they lack critical thinking skills. I have no idea what he's talking about. What happened?
This is like me just when my kids come home. Hey, what happened at work? This is me just explaining the whole week to you, I think.
Yeah. I saw there were like Ryan Gosling movie comments out there.
Yeah, I think that's just from a couple of months ago. It's everything when we talk about the Kathleen Kennedy interview with Deadline. Okay. It's everything that came before that.
Did she address the retiring thing?
Dude, 100%.
What? Let's get into this. Oh my god.
You wanna? No, we'll leave that for later. We'll leave.
Oh, okay. Fine.
We're gonna start. So
I tell you, the only thing I saw was like this. I think it was CNN who reported it.
Yeah,
I can't remember. And whatever. We'll get to it. But like, I don't know. I did not know there was like follow up to this.
Dude, surprisingly, Puck News didn't have the correct information, and people are really.
Oh,
but we'll get to that.
We'll get there.
If you guys are ready, I'm not ready. Let's talk Star Wars and Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
Right. All right. And we're going to start, of course, with the Andor Season 2 trailer. It finally dropped. This is coming out in, what, a month and a half, basically? It's when
April
2 months.
Was it?
It's April 22nd, I believe.
22nd,
yeah.
Okay.
Because for the people at Celebration, they'll see, I guess, in the first 3 episodes. Well, I don't think you know anything about that release schedule. That's going to blow your mind also.
There's a release.
Dude, this is going to be our best episode ever. Anyway, so
guys,
we finally got a trailer.
But, Alberto, I am literally in a vault. Like, my client is, they handle my, I am in a vault. I have no idea what's going on.
All right, so for people out there, this is Alti's first time watching the Andor Season 2 trailer. So this is a full reaction from Alti. So let's go ahead and do this.
Is that like Black Eyed Peas music?
You want to fight? Or you want to win?
This looks so freaking great.
Last night I dreamed that the world had turned around.
There's a party.
All our hopes have come to be. The revolution starts now.
Krennic!
Swell party.
This is my favorite shot in the whole trailer. I love the implications of that shot. Wrestle!
It throws on my side a little bit.
Krennic and Mothma.
Bollywood?
Yeah. K2.
Actually, that's K4.
There's your friend.
My twerp!
Remember this moment. You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Was that Riz Ahmed?
I don't know who it is, maybe.
Wow,
dude,
that was
what
so
a freaking vibe.
Good. That was so good.
Dude, I'm so I really like the Skeleton Crew trailer. I love the Acolyte trailer, but this trailer is gonna be one of my favorites in recent memory. Like, I'm so hyped for this show. The vibe on it what's your thought on the music? Because I know a lot of people have thoughts on the music.
They went for another. I mean, they did the same thing with Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it, honestly. Like,
I loved it. I love that they're taking risks with their music in the trailers. Like, it worked for Skeleton Crew to set up that Amblin vibe kind of retro feeling, and it works perfectly, I think, for this trailer and for what Andor seems to be.
I don't think I would mind if they used it for a movie, like a song. I just don't want it in the movie. I think that could take me out of it. But
yeah, but for the trailer to set up what's happening, it was great.
No, wow, man, that was and the shot you said was your favorite, like just the ship slowly like leaving. Oh my god, that was great.
I know you've only watched it once, but initial thoughts, what's going through your head right now?
No, there's that moment when Cyril Karn like runs out. Is something happening in Coruscant? Is it? Was sure. He was from Coruscant, right?
I mean, last time we saw him, he was in Coruscant with the ISB, or he wanted to be there. And we've seen from pictures, I think he's inside the ISB office. So yeah,
could they be like attacking or something, Coruscant? Like
it could be.
It's so interesting because we know so little about this war. Like the day-to-day of it, like we just know these big moments and what the big heroes were doing, but like with Saw Gerrera, like renegade groups could be like bombing parts of Coruscant, like and be like terrorists or something.
Well, actually, Reign of the Empire. No, you're but I mean, we know from Rebels and Rogue One, Saw Gerrera is an extremist. I don't want anything to do with him because he's having all those pocket fights or whatever. I love how much emphasis there is on the war, on this revolution in every planet. Everyone's screaming, all this fighting. Also, there's more of an Imperial presence. Those stormtroopers without helmets or whatever they are. Brasso getting pushed back. What's his face? Melshi getting shot at. I don't know.
Do you want to fight or do you want to win?
Oh, that's so great. So yeah, I love everything about this trailer. I've watched it probably like 10 times already. We had Biggs and Cassian reuniting. I didn't think we might see that. Biggs? Was it Biggs?
Oh, Biggs.
Yeah.
I thought you said Biggs.
Yeah,
Biggs was it?
Yeah. I also like the spy element we get at the beginning with Cassian kind of walking into all these places with that backward shot and then blowing up the building. I don't know. It just looks so awesome.
No, it really looks so. I'm gonna use the word cinematic.
We get Mothma. She's in a party.
People are dancing.
She's dancing, just Bollywood, like she said. Then she's a little bit sad in one of the other shots. And Krennic coming in. I think Krennic is walking into that party and breaking everything up.
Ooh.
Which is similar to what happened in Catalyst. Not this, because I think it was a party with...
I don't remember.
There's a scene in Catalyst, which again happens after this, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. I think there's a party in Mothma's having, but Bail Organa's there, and Cassian and Krennic shows up.
Really?
Looking for, I think, maybe...
Catalyst has been out for a while, so...
Yeah, it's been out.
I only read it once, so...
But yeah, I can't wait for this. What else? Brazos was there, Melshi, Cyril Karn and Mama Karn was there.
Probably, oh yeah, Mama Karn. She was like Karening out.
He was probably laughing at him. He falls down and breaks his front teeth or something.
You're so disappointing.
And yeah, so why that shot is my favorite? It looks like some people are saying it's that the car, and we're going back to the ancient rebellion fort that we saw in The Last Jedi, which it was said that was an old rebellion hideout. Maybe it's the car, but to me, because those
black, it kind of looks like the car though.
It could be, and it makes sense to then tie to The Last Jedi as this old imperial or the old rebellion hideout. But what caught my attention, apart from the shot looking great with the X-wing just picking up and leaving, those black X-wing, I think those are Saw Gerrera's X-wing that we see in Rogue One.
Really?
I think so. One of them, that's because they're black and have the white stripes.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them is Crash on Jeddah when there's that fight with the stormtroopers, and then I think one of them is one of the Two Tubes guy that takes it when they're leaving. So I think that's might be Saw Gerrera going to one of the rebel base and killing people to steal their X-wings, because we see someone's dead there in the middle of the shot. So I think that's when part of the separation between him and the other rebel cells might come into play.
But by the way, Alberto, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna have to take a call like soon. So like if I drop off, I'll be back.
All right. So, and that great scene, I guess, with so and someone, which might be, it would be cool if it's Riz Ahmed.
That would be crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. We'll
Yeah. You're here. You're ready to fight. Man, it's so great. I love everything about this trailer. So can't wait for it.
Again, like Andor is weird to me because I never see myself considering it my favorite Star Wars show, but I did love it a lot.
Yeah.
So like seeing the trailer was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I still say it's the best Star Wars show. It might not be my favorite, but it's Schindler's List better than some of the other movies I love, of course, but I like the other ones better. So nothing about this trailer makes me doubt that we're getting another great series out there. So
I think Skeleton Crew is better than stupid Andor.
I mean, Skeleton Crew was awesome. All right, so let's talk about the release schedule. So, Ote, this is another thing that you don't know. So, after that trailer was released, Lucasfilm or Star Wars also put out there, we're getting the first 3 episodes on April 22nd. So, basically the first arc. But then every week, every other Tuesday, we're getting 3. So basically, we'll get everything in 4 weeks. Every week, we get a full arc or a whole year, because an arc is going to be a year. What are your thoughts? I've gone back and forth. I don't like it. It makes sense. I'll see after the first 3. But what do you think?
I think that's pretty freaking cool. I like the weekly release because I think it stays more time in the zeitgeist. Like, for example, she still hasn't watched it, but like being able to be like an entire, like, was it 6 weeks, 7 weeks, being like telling my wife like, you have to watch Skeleton Crew, it's great, rather than watching it once and being like, hey, the show's pretty good, and not talking about it again. So yeah, again, this, I always go to this, but like I see it as Disney Plus experimenting. Like,
sure,
see how people react, how it affects views in any way. I don't expect it to, though. Like, I don't see this getting them more views, but they're experimenting. Let's see.
Yeah, at first I was kind of bummed because Andor's the only Star Wars show that we have that's 12 episodes, apart from the animated. So I'm like, man, I'm bound to go from 12 weeks to 4. But when you think about it, it kind of makes sense to give you the way the show is structured, having 3 episodes be a full year, finish that story, and then go to a new one. It makes sense to kind of, here you go, enjoy all 3 at the same time. I'm guessing this is going to be released at 3 in the morning. I don't know when I'll get around to see them, probably in the afternoon that day.
But we've had 2 Star Wars shows back to back. 3 actually.
What?
Was Acolyte a 9 p.m. release?
I think so.
I think this is not going to be a 3 in the morning release. I think they'll do it at 9.
All right. It's
Tuesdays
still, I'm not going to watch 2 hours. I might be.
Oh, no,
I'll
no.
probably stay up. No.
No, I'm not doing the 3 a.m. thing anymore.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah. I'm older now.
I'll be honest.
If they do Kenobi season 2, though, then they got me.
You gotta put another camera so we can watch your reactions.
Those days were fun. Like, everyone watching it at 5 in the morning was pretty freaking cool.
I only did the finale. I think that I woke up early to watch it before going to work, and it was great. That finale was awesome.
I still love that show.
All right. Anything out there in the comments? I think Dale has
yeah, Dale mentioned something about the music. I like the music too. Some people were thrown off by it, but I don't have a problem with it in the trailers. If we get some bunky Dunko style little trailers, that'd be cool too. Yeah, they should do like a trailer with Metallica in it.
Yeah, some Rage Against the Machine there also. So
Oh, we're
Awesome
communists now,
parade.
are we? The microphone explodes.
shattering the mouse. All right, we're gonna get copyrighted. So Andor season 2, April 22nd, unless you're going to Japan, and you might be able to watch a couple of episodes a few days before everyone else. But for all of us, April 22nd, can't get here soon enough. All right, Otte, let's get to those Kathleen Kennedy interview. What came before then?
Excited.
Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, she's not leaving. I blocked it. It says it's not leaving. Sorry, Otte, she's not leaving.
I'm
She's
not
staying.
leaving. I
Go ahead. No.
No, go ahead.
So it was a week of rampant speculation out there on Kathleen Kennedy's future at Lucasfilm, who's gonna be succeeding her as president of Lucasfilm. Puck News or Puck, whatever it's called, posted something early in the week saying that Kathleen Kennedy is out, she's leaving in a few months, and the thing was that a lot of other outlets picked this up, like reputable outlet picked that up and started reporting on it. And some of them were saying, yeah, the front runner is Filoni, no, the front runner is Favreau. They threw J.J. Abrams' name into the mix. So
Did
it
they
was
mention Ken Feige by any chance?
just as hopeful, nothing concrete. Just someone, they should bring Feige into it, but nothing official from those reports. After a couple of hours of people, of course, just jumping on this and going nuts, CNN, like you mentioned, reported, well, actually, what we've heard is that this is not the case. There'll be news coming, but she's not leaving right now. They'll say something when they're ready to say something. And I like, see, people, just relax. Why is everyone just going crazy? And then I think it was yesterday, Deadline released a full-on interview with Kathleen Kennedy. And one of the first questions was, there's a lot of rumors out there. They called it chaos, that you're leaving, what's going on? And she's like, chaos? What are you talking about? For us, this is business as usual. But
people making up that I'm getting fired?
Yeah, dude.
It's just a TSA.
So she said the record straight. One of the things she said, well, the truth is, and I want to say just loud and clear, I'm not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. That is the first thing that's important to say. I am not retiring. Dude, I had a bigger smile on my face reading these interviews. Like,
I'm going to die making that's
Yeah.
a stand. Wow, God bless her.
Yeah. That is the first thing that's important to say. I'm not retiring. What's happening at Lucasfilm is I have been talking for quite some time with both Bob and Alan about what eventual succession might look like. She goes on to say, I won't be here forever. Eventually, someone will have to replace me. We'll make an announcement in a couple of months or in a year's time, but I'll be here to help them out through the whole process. She says that I'm still producing the Mandalorian movie. I'm producing the Sean Levi movie. She confirm a lot of stuff out there about the upcoming movies that
I saw bits and pieces about the Sean Levi movie.
There's more. Simon Kinberg and other stuff. Taika.
Simon, she thought it's a thing. It's real,
dude. Yes, I wish this was revealed in Celebration, but I guess she just wanted to get it out there. Yeah, dude. Basically, well, she said we'll probably make an announcement months or a year out. And I have every intention of sticking around to help that person be successful. I'm already producing the Mandalorian movie, and Sean Levi is after that. So confirmation the Sean Levi movie is the next one, which was rumored out there. It might be the 2027 to kind of make the 50 years. We'll see if that's true.
I'm not retracting what I said.
Which is?
That if we don't get a Star Wars movie in 2027, Kathleen Kennedy should leave.
I agree. And I was first saying that it was going to be the Shanae, the Sherman directed movie with Rey, that Rey movie. Looks like it's going to be the Sean Levi movie. But there's news about the Sean Levi movie and all the other ones. So first, before
Did she talk about all of them? All 5 of them she talked about?
Not all 5, a few of them. I think like 4. She was asked, you're gonna love this, regarding production projects that don't materialize. It's something you always talk like, this is just business. This is what happened in production. Things are all over. And she goes on to say, what you just said, though, is so interesting to me, Mike. That's the interviewer, because that is the development. It doesn't matter if you're doing Star Wars or anything else. Of course, we're going to develop lots of different things with an understanding that not everything gets made. Which is like you
Kathleen Kennedy explaining the film industry to someone.
Yeah, I posted. I hope this helps people understand how movies are made, how production gets made. Because that's the first. Oh, they canceled this again. They don't know what they're saying. No, that's what happens. And
I always tell people like, oh, did you hear about this movie that fell out? Like, Kathleen Kennedy has probably had like 10 Obi-Wan Kenobi movie scripts in her desk, and like none of them happened. So
yeah. And she mentions how we want to work with some people. Everyone's so busy, like time frames don't work, and we can't hold on to them because doing Star Wars is a 3-4 year commitment, and popular actors and directors have other stuff to do, and sometimes timing doesn't work. And then some info on the new movies. Simon Kinberg trilogy. She says, we're absolutely rolling fast and furiously. That has gone exceptionally well, and he's literally going to script as we speak. We'll see something. We'll see something probably around June, which I'm guessing the script for that.
They said the same thing about the Rey movie.
All right, maybe. Well, this is the next iteration, the new saga that moves us into the future. So I'm thinking maybe that's episode 10, 11, 12, if we want to continue the numbering. Come on, that's awesome. Like you said, she double fingers in the air, and she just went off.
If she's talking like this, it's March. I think Celebration is going to be absolutely crazy.
That's what I heard from someone. If she's openly talking about this so openly, Celebrations are going to be some big announcements or big people showing up.
Dude, I'm telling you, all 3 of them are going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Regarding production, she was asked, like, how many things are out there right now? Are you confident, like, we'll make it through? And she said 3 or 4, I think she said, of all the movies, or 4 or 5 or so. One of those, 3 or 4 or 4 or 5. So of all the things that are out there, like, she's very confident that at least 3 or 4 are going to get made. So yeah, Simon Kinberg trilogy, the next one to kind of lead everyone to the future. Kind of makes me believe that maybe the Rey movie is just a standalone, and then we go into this trilogy. But again, Celebration is around the corner. So talking about Sean Levi, and she doesn't confirm this in the interview, but everyone's saying that Ryan Gosling is going to be the star of this movie, but she doesn't go into it. She wasn't asked about it. But she said Sean is a standalone Star Wars story that will take place post-9, maybe 5 or 6 years out. And with this, it's all pretty much new characters. We may bring some of the characters back from the sequel saga, but pretty much new characters. So we're going to
bring back 5 characters, maybe.
Yeah. Perhaps. So Rey's here and Poe, maybe Finn show up. And then this is 6 years after, 5 or 6 years after 9. And then we get 10 years from that one, the Rey movie. Kind of connects a little bit, even if it's a standalone. I just love that she's not, oh, I can't talk about this. Oh, just wait. This is what's happening. And then this is the next one coming after the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Any thoughts on the Sean Levi? Makes sense. We talked about this after the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, that they were going to.
Disney was going to be like, just do whatever the hell you want. Here are the
It's going to be in the poster. Yeah, it will be in the poster from the director of Deadpool and Wolverine.
I have so many thoughts on the whole what's happening and what's like the story. I think it will be cool, like because I'm pretty sure like the Sean Levi Rey is gonna be in it, and it'll somehow feed into the Rey movie, and maybe that will feed into the Simon Kinberg thing. I think it would be cool if they like played with that. We get like 2 standalone movies that build out this new corner of the galaxy. And
that makes sense with other reports that were saying that Rey is the future of Star Wars. Like a little bit here, a little bit there, and then the trilogy, she's the star with whatever's going on. It makes sense to start building towards that.
I have a question that I want to pose that I would like to save it for Celebration, but I want to throw it out there.
Will.
I am hellbent on the idea that Rey, Poe, and Finn, hopefully Rose, are all going to be back in a movie in a way. Hopefully even Adam Driver at some point, and Naomi Aki, like all the young ones.
Mm-hmm.
If we get the confirmation that the big three are coming back in Celebration, Alberto, how soon can I start asking the question if a certain actor is coming back to Star Wars? A certain actor that is still alive, is still, I wouldn't say young, but is still healthy, can still come to a set. His name might rhyme with Yark Camel.
What's he gonna ask? It makes sense if we have Rey Skywalker building a new Jedi Order,
and Rey's just Lucas there with his long hair, like
to commune
that
with
block
that.
over there.
Yeah, get those androids to help you move the logs.
I did this quicker. It's this grumpy
to-
look all the time.
Yeah, I had a little green guy. I still build this quicker than you. It makes sense, and I hope we don't get DH stuff or AI or anything.
No,
I mean,
just make it him.
Like you said, Mark Hamill's still around. It makes sense for just like Yoda showed up for a scene when Rey needs help or what. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Luke needed help in that moment.
Just a little. Will he be in every movie? Probably not. But I don't know, Force Ghosts, as much as I would love seeing them in every single movie, they're used very particular. Except Obi-Wan, he showed up in all 3 movies, just didn't care. He's just hanging out there.
Because he's fucking Obi, and there were no rules at that
back then.
I'll just give everyone a warning. If we get the big 3 announcement, I'm gonna start then. Is Luke coming back? Campaign.
Dude, I'm so close to say they're all coming back. I think Celebration will have all 3 of them. How will they be announced? Like we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I think they're all 3. I
think I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
If they find a way, even if they don't explain it right now, of course, that's what the movie's for. But that Adam Driver shows up in Celebration, and
that would be like the next one, because I know Mark Hamill said he was retired from Star Wars. He'd do it again.
Yeah,
like, he'd do it again. I'll just say, if Harrison Ford came back for Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, and Rise of Skywalker, Adam Driver could be a main character in the movie. Like, that wouldn't be so far-fetched next to Harrison Ford coming back. Harrison Ford is also alive and well, by the way.
I mean, he's almost 90 at this point, like 80 something, but I guess he looked great I haven't seen it, but in Captain America, he
was awesome. That's what I was saying. He was awesome it was kind of like I was waiting for the get out of my plane.
I'll watch it eventually. But yeah, give me Adam Driver, give me Ben Solo, even if it's a Force Ghost, or just bring him back somehow. Yeah, we'll see.
I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah,
I wanted to comment on the whole retiring thing.
Yeah,
you put the whole she's not leaving. I really took it as she's saying that she's leaving.
I mean, she's leaving eventually. It's not like next month she got kicked out, like it was reported before.
I think that the end is near.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we're like in the end of her tenure, from what she said.
Yeah,
like, that's what I got. And by what I wanted to mention, when I saw the news that she was leaving, it kind of made sense to me. She's still young. She's 71, but she's 71. Like, and she said she still want to make movies. Her husband is doing movies. There's a lot of different things that she could also work on. Maybe she could go back and work with Spielberg. That'd be pretty freaking cool. But when I saw that, I kind of felt like it's time. Like, and I think it would be fitting if maybe for the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilms, she then's like, okay, here's like the new person. Like, we're getting to that moment. Like, she being like, this is the next person, and using the 50th anniversary to like pass the torch to literally a new generation, because she's younger than George Lucas, but her work is so tied up to him and Steven Spielberg that she's still sort of that generation. So I don't know. I had people tell me like, oh, but this sucks because that means like the Dude Bros won, and I'm like, she's been president of Lucasfilm for 13 years
2012.
now.
Almost 13.
She
12.
brought it back. She made movies. She brought Star Wars into TV. Like what else is there for her to do? Like,
when her contract ended a couple of years ago, and she renewed it for a couple of years to just continue. So eventually, when she leaves, of course, the Dude Bros are gonna cheer victory.
No. And you're gonna see like the backdoor deal to save face.
Yeah. And I think just going through that interview, maybe she'll retire in a year. Maybe in Celebration they announce, hey, I want to see these 2 movies through. But if she was, I think she's retiring as the president of Lucasfilm, and she'll stay on as a producer for a couple of movies. Like she said, I'm going to be here to help whoever comes up.
Probably as part of her buyout, she gets like $1 trillion Disney stocks.
Oh, yeah. And she'll be executive producer in all the movies going forward to perpetuity.
She can go make a good Jurassic Park movie.
We'll see if that new one makes any sense.
I'm gonna watch it. It looked just like everything they've done after the first one.
I love that a lot of people that love Jurassic Park went into the trailer, came out of the trailer loving it. Oh, we're back. And I'm like, okay, looks similar to the other ones.
I liked it, but then I rewatched and I was like, my tangent. My biggest issue with these movies, why are we hellbent on the mutant dinosaur thing? Like, a T-Rex is the coolest thing that has ever lived. Like, why do we need a mutant version of it?
Yeah.
Like, Velociraptors are freaking amazing. Why do you need like an enhanced version? Like, no, just have the regular. They can open doors now.
It's like, didn't we learn anything from the last 2 Jurassic World movies?
I hope it's good, but I don't know. There was something about it that maybe it was ScarJo, but like, I don't know. I was like, it looks the same as everything.
We'll see.
Go make a good one, Kathy.
Yeah. So I think, she deserves whatever she wants. She's one of the best producers out there. And at the same time, who cares? Do I know who the president of WB or HBO? I don't care. Just give me the movie. Okay, well, good for you.
Sasa is a piece of shit.
Yeah, the piece of crap. And I just remember from Sony, right? Amy Pascal.
We know how all these people are.
But who's
the one in Paramount?
I don't know. Who's the A24? Who's the for Searchlight? I don't know. I don't care. Just give me the movies.
Bob Iger. Like, it's Disney.
Just shut up. Just work with me here. I'm like canceling and work with me here.
Rupert Murdoch. Seriously.
Anyway, she can retire when she wants. It will be eventually, but she'll be there helping. Who do you think? I saw everyone. Oh, it's gonna be Filoni, obviously. It's like, no, I don't want Filoni as the president.
I always say this. He probably doesn't want that job. That job is boring.
It's not creative. So everyone's saying, like, to everyone,
that's like the thing. This isn't Marvel. The structure is not the same.
And people forget that Lucasfilm is not just Star Wars. They got Indiana Jones and all the other stuff. That even if they're not making a lot of movies or anything in that sense, it's not just Star Wars. Anyway, Mangold and Taika, you're ready to hear the last few bits.
Oh, wait, what? They talked about...
I told you. Taika,
we're waiting for him. We're desperate. Everyone's on set. He doesn't show up.
No Ryan Johnson news, unfortunately.
That's nothing. That's not gonna happen.
So Jane Mangels is writing the script right now, is what she said. And that we kind of knew. She said that he got pushed back because of a complete unknown, but now that that's done, he's writing the script for the Dawn of the Jedi. Well, and this I'm quoting what she said. Well, I keep waiting for Taika Waititi, and he's working with another writer now. He's so busy. I love him. I think if we ever do get a script from Taika, it's gonna be fantastic. I already saw a first act that I love, but tying him down is tricky. But she's still trying to get something from Taika. She loves the first act, but we're not there yet. This is the one.
Fuck him, man. Fuck you, Taika Waititi. That's amazing. Like they're literally like, come on, just give us the script. And he's like, I'll get it to you.
I'll get to when I get. He's the one like really. That's the one that I like. I don't. That's not happening. And she's like, yeah, we're still trying.
He and Donald Glover are ghosting her. We'll get to it at some point.
Oh man. It would be so funny if we ever get the Taika Waititi movie. It would be so
It's hilarious that all these directors that were announced and never got to make a movie, and there's this 2 creators that she's just like, give me something. I want to make a movie with you guys. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, someday.
I also love that from that Twitter sphere and all the fandom, a lot of people that are anti-Kathleen Kennedy, anti-Disney, Lucasfilm, as they call it, or Disney Star Wars. Yeah. But it's this, no one wants to work with Star Wars. It's so toxic. No one's going to want to work with them. And they go through this whole list of awesome creators and directors and writers, and everyone wants to work in Star Wars. It's like, forget about what social media out there is. It's like people in the business want to do this. So I love that we got confirmation from the main source. It's not anonymous sources or anything. What's the main source? Kathleen Kennedy came out, debunked some rumors, and then gave information on what's coming next. So
by the way, I never answered the question, like who should replace her when she leaves. I honestly think it should be Kevin Feige.
Okay.
He now is the president of Marvel, like even comics, so that's more a bureaucratic job than a creative one. But I honestly think Marvel needs new leadership and some course correction and some, not course correction, but a breath of fresh air. I think something to like reignite that flame.
Yeah.
And so I think it would be like mutually beneficial to both franchises. Like, we know Kevin Feige loves Star Wars more than anything. Like the Russo brothers like famously said like Star Wars was like his fandom. Like he loves Marvel, but Star Wars is his main thing. So I think he would be energized by it, and I think Marvel could use some new leadership. So that's my 2 cents.
We'll see. I know Star Wars, I mean, Lucasfilm has, I didn't write down her name, the vice president of production or whatever, that people say Kathleen Kennedy has been kind of grooming her for the next step. It makes sense to just, whoever's the vice president, to move them up. Same thing, Filoni doesn't make sense to me in the sense that he's finally getting his own movie to direct, which has been the thing for 10 years. He's not going to suddenly drop that off to just be the man in an office signing checks.
I mean, he could pull off a James Gunn, but James Gunn also got like he only took the job if they gave the official CEO stuff to another guy.
Yeah, he's doing all the business stuff and he does the creative. I don't think that doing that same thing with Favreau and Filoni works. I think Favreau's done after The Mandalorian, which is fine. That was his baby. He saw through it all the way. Just bring someone that knows the production and leadership of a company. I'm fine with it. I don't need a big name, but we'll probably get a big name. And if it's Feige, then I'm fine with it. As long as it's not, again, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter to him. Divide it into both MCU and Lucasfilm. We'll see. I mean, his name was thrown out years ago about directing a Star Wars movie. Maybe this is his way in as actually the president of Lucasfilm.
Who?
Feige. Like,
oh no, he was going to produce one. He was
producing. Okay.
You know, he would never take that job because he's also like a very creative person. You know what would be the ultimate FU to everyone? Ryan Johnson is the new president of Lucasfilm.
I would love that. But now Ryan Johnson's so great in what he does with the Glass Onion and the Knives Out trilogy. I can't wait for the new one.
Yep.
just let him do his weird things out there with that.
I
hope
want
he
him to
comes back.
eventually return. I really want him to eventually return.
I said it.
in some
Like
way.
The Last Jedi is not my favorite Star Wars movie. I have some issues with it, but him as a creator, writer, director is one of the best out there. Just give him free will to do something his own vision.
I'm still waiting on his picture book.
I don't know
Bro,
what that is.
He had,
Oh,
like,
the
on
black and
camera.
white picture. Yeah.
And he said he was gonna release a book, and he never did it.
Yeah.
That movie's turning 10 years soon. Force Awakens
Wow.
is turning 10 this year.
This year, 2015, 26. Yeah, right.
December 14, 2015.
Really? Are we going? Say 10 years of. I don't even know.
Force Awakens this year.
Oh yeah, Force Awakens this year. Oh, I thought you said
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
No, I said it, we're getting near there, and I was
Okay.
like, damn.
Yeah,
Force Awakens
2017. Yeah, almost there. All right, Oti, that does it for the Star Wars topics today. I'm glad I was able to get you caught up in everything that's going.
No, this was amazing. Like I had no idea about anything.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
By the way, I just want to clear up, when I say it makes sense to me that Kathleen Kennedy moves on from Star Wars and Lucasfilm, not in life. I hope she lives many years. I'm not saying it as a diss to her, even though I said she should leave. If she doesn't, I still believe that. But I'm a fan of passing on the torch, and I think Star Wars is also a fan of that. So it just makes sense to me. I think timing wise.
It makes sense. And even though she says she'll make movies till she dies, she's not retiring from making movies. If she wants to stop, just stop. It's like when an actor that's 80 years old say, "Oh, I'm done making movies," and fans, "Oh, wow, how can it be? Come back." Dude, they're 80 or whatever. Just relax and enjoy the rest of your life. Like,
I just had the most brilliant idea ever. You know what she should do? She should leave Lucasfilm and get George Lucas to do something.
It's never gonna
be
happen.
like, George, I'll produce any movie you want to make.
Oh yeah, away from Star Wars. George, give me something new.
Yeah. Not bring him. I mean, hey, if George Lucas wants to do a Star Wars movie, I will not ever jamás complain about it. But no, just get him to do something. No, not Indiana Jones.
You imagine if she goes work with George Lucas and that's how she wins her Oscar, which is what people are saying. Oh, she hasn't won an Oscar. Yeah, she's wins
never
with George
won Wait, Kathleen Kennedy has never won an Oscar?
I can't confirm this. One of the things I read that maybe she wants to go back and work with Steven Spielberg so she can get that Oscar.
Wait. No. We're not leaving. We're not leaving until I figure this out.
Fact check me live, like Zelensky did Trump and Vance a couple of hours ago.
Let me see. Kathleen Kennedy. She's never won an Oscar. She's been nominated 8 times. She has never won. Wow.
But how have those movies not won Oscars? Only one that she's gone to, like E.T.,
E.T., Color Purple, Sixth Sense, Seabiscuit. Munich, great movie.
Oh.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button, War Horse, and Lincoln. Wow, she has never won an impressive. Wow.
Yeah. Let's do it, George Lucas. Will be the excellent cap to finish it up. All right, Oti, thanks for taking the time.
Get George Lucas to direct the Jurassic Park movie.
Oh man, well, just write it and have
Ryan Johnson directed.
Oh man, Ryan Johnson directed Jurassic World movie and call it Jurassic Park. Forget about the Jurassic World stuff. We're back to Jurassic Park.
The Jurassic Park.
The Jurassic Park.
$1 billion idea.
All right, Oti, thanks for joining us. Taking the time. I know you've been busy all week. Go make your phone call. It'll be fun. Thanks to everyone that joined us today. Brennan, Dale, our new friend Andrew Warda. Like he said, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll be back. Who knows? Maybe there's more news next week. If not, we'll figure something out. Go read Reign of the Empire when you get a chance. And then let me know what you think about it. Not just you, Oti, but everyone else. All right, we'll be back when we have stuff to talk about. See you when we see you. Stay safe, be safe, and remember, win a war. You want to fight or you want to win? See you next time.